is blogging dead? Is it still possible to start a blog in 2024 and get traffic and earn money, knowing that there's been the recent Google updates and knowing there are challenges coming up with AI? But first, before that, let me show you my skirt. 1 minute, let me show you my skirt. I just got the skirt. Tell me what you think. Okay, right, got that out of my system. Ugh, just had to get that out of my system. All right, so you're still here. Firstly, thank you for being here. And I know this has been a question a lot of you have worried about, and I myself, when the recent Google updates, the helpful content updates came along, I took a moment to think about it because I quit my corporate job in 2017 to blog, and so blogging supports my entire life, and it's quite important for me to get this right. And so I've been blogging for nearly 8 years now, and I've been fortunate enough to earn multiple six figures a year from my blogs. And so I've given this some thought, and this is genuinely what I believe. And I'm the most at risk. I rely on my income from blogging. So this is generally what I think. So number one, is blogging dead? I think the traditional way that many people have done blogging is dead. Okay, meaning we are ranking content on Google, getting on page one, funneling that into ads and ad income and affiliate income. That is dead. And that will continue to die off. And I think that method of making money from your blog is dead. And that may not be what you want to hear, but I think that I'd rather know the truth than the answer so we can fix the problem. I think that the way that, similar to many other businesses, things evolve and we need to continuously change and innovate. And if we want to gain the benefits and the amazing pleasures of running an online business and the non-fixed salary that we would have if we worked a corporate job, we have to deal with the challenges. With every benefit, there's also a challenge. And so for me, what I've learned is similar to the music industry. We think about the music industry, how at the beginning, what do we listen to? Tapes. Then we listen to CD players, Walkmans. Just showing my age at the moment. And then we had iPods, and now we can listen just on our Apple Watch. And so people will always love to hear music. We love to hear music, and people will feel connection with their favorite songwriter and their favorite singer, right? But the method that we listen to music has changed. Does that mean that the singer says, "Oh, I give up. I can't make money, and I'm not gonna try anymore"? No, they evolve and they change to meet the industry changes and the audience needs. And so I believe truly that the thing that we have going for us in blogging that's never going to change, that should really reassure you, is the desire for human connection. Since the beginning of time, humans have needed and wanted and desired connection. It makes us alive. It's who we are. Okay. There's maybe a rare percentage of people that they just refuse. They completely want to live on an island alone and refuse to see people for the rest of their lives. Okay, small percentage, but the majority of humans, they want to be loved and they want to give love and they want connection. Human connection is what keeps us alive. Okay, and so that is never going to go away, and that's something we need to remember. Okay, the desire for human connection is never going to go away. So how do you? I've got on my notebook here just in case you're seeing what I'm doing here. How do you, one, build connection with your blogging audience in a way that isn't just relying on Google traffic? And how do you build connection with your audience in a way that AI can't replicate? So that's twofold, right? The question is twofold. How do we build a blogging audience and connect with them without just using Google, which we've easily relied on before? And then how do we also connect with our audience in a way that AI can't replicate and take away from us? So I'm going to talk about those two things first. Number one, the reality is we need to diversify. I'm sure you've heard this and felt, till you're sick of the ears. Like, I hate this sound. Diversify. The truth is, diversification is what will keep any business alive. Whether you are investing, whether you're Every business needs to diversify. It is a strategy you need to implement, whether you like to hear it or not. So diversification is so crucial right now. And so I know there's many different ways outside Google. By the way, if Google's still working for you, I know for my smaller blogs, and I know for actually quite a few other bloggers, if Google's still working, hey, lean into that. Continue with Google, okay? But just know it may not be forever. You've got to have a backup plan, okay? And your backup plan needs to be other sources where your audience might be. Could it be Pinterest? Could it be Facebook groups? Could it be Bing? Could it be, I don't know, Flipboard? There are many, YouTube. There are many ways apart from Google that your audience can be connected to you, okay? And so you can connect with your audience in many ways. And if Google's working for you right now, continue with it, but just know you cannot just rely on Google. And if Google has failed you right now and you're feeling frustrated with Google, okay, it's time to diversify and lean into other traffic sources. But I have a huge disclaimer here. Listen to this. I want you to write this down or just pay attention to this part. Regardless of your traffic source, everything is cyclical. What goes up will come down, what goes down will come up. So you need to capture that traffic and you need to own it. So if you've decided Pinterest is working for you, and right now Pinterest is working really well for me, don't just rest on your laurels and be like, okay, I'm going to earn all this revenue from Pinterest traffic. Take a moment and say, how can I convert that traffic into something I own? And the best way to do that is by connecting with them via email. And I know a lot of people think, I used to think it's quite complicated. It's as simple as adding a box on your site and saying, here's a tip. If you want extra tips, join me for my email community. And if you want more guidance on that, send me a message on my Instagram, Aisha Priest. I can guide you, okay? Please, whatever you do, if you diversify or if you're still using Google traffic, connect your email community, build up an email community. So when things go down and go back up again, you have your own community that you are in charge, that no one can take away from you. That's number one. So remember the question was, first of all, we need to diversify outside Google traffic. But with that diversification, we need to tag an email list to that. It's crucial right now. Even if you need to take a month off or 2 months off from writing content, take the time to set up your email list. It's once you've learned the skill, it's like a muscle. You keep practicing, it gets easier. So that's number one. How do we overcome the Google content updates, and how do we produce content in a way AI can't replicate? So one, we diversify the traffic we have. Number two, and we connect it to email where we own the community. Number two, lean into your authenticity, lean into your humanness, lean into the things that AI can't do. AI can't taste food. AI can't describe heartbreak. It might describe it in a way that some people might understand, but not to the extent that human emotions, that someone says to you, someone cheated on me and I felt like this. And you can write an email back to them and say, this happened to me too. And you can share your human experience with them, that you can share your lives with them. And I'm not saying that you need to overshare. I'm saying that you need to lean into your personal experience, lean into your authenticity, sharing pictures, sharing videos of your life. If you are a recipe blogger, great. You can share your recipe, share real tips and real, what went wrong, what didn't go wrong. And the thing is, you also need to find a way to connect with your audience. Remember, once you connect with your audience, it's kind of like the stickiness that nobody can get in between. And I know this from personal experience because I have a really small, tiny but mighty Instagram community, right? Started it ages ago, 2017, still quite small, but I have people on there that have been with me since 2017, that have stuck with me through and throughout, bought my courses, supported my workshops, read my content. And you don't need that many people if the people you have are willing to stick with you throughout the years. It doesn't matter. Google can have a spaz. Pinterest can throw its knickers in a twist. Doesn't matter. You have your people and you've connected with them, right? And so you need to deepen your experiences with your community. And you can do that, first of all, by showing up in your content authentically. Don't be afraid to, like, for example, in my emails, I will share real pictures of where I've been or the hikes I do. Or on my Instagram, I share, come and join me because if you see what my Instagram looks like, I share pictures of me with no makeup. I share me being a human, okay? And, if this sounds all really exhausting, just know you don't have to do all at once. You just need to start, okay? Just start maybe in your email one picture, maybe on Instagram one picture, little by little. And so at the end, I'm going to share what to focus on first, but let's go through the third point, which had a third point. Okay. My third point was this. So remember, we're going to diversify our traffic sources. We're going to connect with our audience and produce content in a way that AI can't replicate and build human connection. And number three is, and this here is a skill. If you learn this, you will be earning a lot of money for the rest of your time. We need to earn more money, learn the skill of earning more money with less traffic. Okay. So I know some people who they have 10,000 visitors, but they make six figures from their blogs. Okay. They're not in the niche site community. They're doing their own thing. They're just really, really good at monetizing. It didn't even occur to them just to think of ads. I think they don't even have ads on their sites. They're too busy building a real business. And so when I say earning more with less traffic, you imagine that if your traffic halved, what can we do? How can we monetize the same traffic? So if you had 200,000 visitors and it goes to 100,000, okay, with that 100,000, what are we doing to monetize? We have ads, sure. We can have affiliates, great. We have products. Products is a huge, huge thing. Workshops, experiences. You need to think about taking one step back to say, sponsorships is another one. Brands, collaborate. What can we do with that audience to help support their needs better and provide a solution to them? And quite often that's in with could be a digital course, could be a lot of informational products that you can sell. Okay, so we need to increase our revenue with less traffic, and doing that way you won't actually mind that much. When you get hit with Google Updates, you're like, well, I can earn the same because and that's what I'm doing now. For example, like with when one of my sites got hit with a Google update, I said, okay, now this site got hit, so the ad revenue is less. What can I do to earn the same ad revenue? So what can I do to replace my ad revenue with the same traffic? And that is a skill. You don't have to do it now. It's okay. Google it. Speak to me. Speak to others. It's a skill you can learn how to earn more with less traffic. Okay. So you're less reliant on just ad revenue. And so I want to just remind you. So before I give you the final reminder, what I would do right now. So you're sitting here right now. You're like, well, I feel really overwhelmed. Where do I begin? What do I do? And so I would do this. Okay. If you are a newish blogger and you're already starting to get Google traffic, focus on that right now. Keep focusing on that. You're doing well with Google, because I know a lot of you in my community, and I still have some smaller blogs doing so well on Google. Continue down the path. Hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? But please, please, please take a month out and set up your email list. If you do nothing else next month, please set up your email list. It is a skill you need to learn. You learn it once and you have it for life. Okay? That is how you're going to overcome this Google updates in the future. How you're going to overcome AI is by setting up your email list with the existing traffic you have right now. But let's just say you've been hit to smithereens with Google. You're just sitting there dejected saying, I don't know where to begin. I would take a step back, give yourself a pat on the back. The fact that you are still wanting to go ahead and try and keep moving forward. A lot of people have given up, not you. You're going to keep going. I would now focus on another traffic source. Okay, let's see what's out there. We have Pinterest, we have Facebook groups, we have Bing, we have so many other traffic sources. Pick one. Pick one, okay? And then pair that up with an email list. So yes, of course, it's going to take work. That's okay. Sometimes we need to take a step back before we jump forward. So take a step back, figure out this new traffic source, whether it's Pinterest, take a month out, learn it. Everything can be learned. Everything you need, every skill that you want to know can be learned. There's a course out there you can take, okay? Figure out this next traffic source, pair it with email. You own that community. You're in charge, okay? So that's what I would do. And so once you've done that, so let's just say if you're still going for Google traffic when you're a new blogger and then you've set up your email list, and if you're figuring out a new traffic source and you've paired it with email list, once you've done that, I want you now to move on to the next stage on how can we monetize better. Ideally, I'd like to do it at once, but reality is we can't do everything at once, one thing at a time. I want you now to take a moment to say, what can I do with my blog apart from just ad revenue? How else can I earn? Google it, send me a message, learn from others. It's a skill. Is it a digital product you can sell? Is it a brand you can collaborate with? And once you do it that way, you are diversifying your traffic, you are diversifying your revenue sources, and you are building a real business. And remember, every step of the way, please always try to build human connection with your audience. Listen to how they're feeling. Take a moment when they write comments, when they send you emails, send you messages. What are they thinking? How are they feeling? Reach out to them. These are real humans in your community that no AI bot can compete with. Okay, you have that superpower. You're a human. Okay, so I want to end this video with reminding you, you are in charge. Okay, our thoughts become our actions, and we need to be positive, and we need to remember we are in charge, because your voice and your experiences count. Nobody can replicate your life experience. I'm sure you watching this here have gone through so many life experiences that you could teach many others. I'm sure if we sat down and had a conversation and I asked you, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? You could teach me so much. So you can teach so many people in your community, in your blog, so many things. And you have that superpower, and AI cannot take that away from you. Google can't take that away from you. Lean into your human, lean into being human, lean into your connection, lean into your personal experience, be proud of it. I wish you lots of luck. Let me know how you get on. And I truly believe myself, who that relies on blogging income, I'm actually quite excited, because I think that these updates and AI is actually going to reduce competition for people that aren't willing to lean into their authenticity, that aren't willing to show up, that aren't willing to do the work. But if you're willing to do the work, blogging is going to be around for a long time, because the desire for human connection, the desire for real authentic knowledge is always going to be there, just like music. Thanks for listening. If you found that useful, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.